So today I'm starting my morning like every other morning with a cup of coffee. So I am going to start my prep for my tea party. I did tell you guys that I was going to share that with you. So I'm going to start my prepping, and I am starting. This is like 5 days before my tea party. So I'm again just prepping my coffee, and then we're gonna start the planning of my tea party. So I like to add some cinnamon to my coffee. I like to brew it with the cinnamon. I think it gives it good flavor, and it kind of has reminds me of the café de la olla, and I really love café de la olla, so I don't want to go through the trouble making it. So I just add the cinnamon to my coffee. So now I have myself some breakfast and my cup of coffee, and then I'm going to go through my tea time magazines and these books here that I have on the table where I have recipes that I want to get ideas and inspiration from. So I'm just going to go through these magazines and books, write down my menu, write down things that I need for the tea party food wise so I don't forget. And I'm just getting some inspiration from these magazines. And I didn't get any recipes from this book, but I just figured I'd still try to get some inspiration. Now that I'm all done with my menu, I'm going to start going through my cabinets and looking for all my china, all my dishes, my teacups. And then I also have these ice spheres that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to add, in these here, I'm going to add some herbs and roses, and they're going to be really good. And I'm trying to get all my stuff out, and it's also Easter, by the way, so I'm going to be using a little bit of Easter with my Alice in Wonderland theme, and I have other stuff in here as well in my china cabinet, and I'm going to be using some of these teapots as well, and some of them will be just for decoration purposes, but I just want to get everything out so I could see what I have to work with. And here's some more stuff that I have in my cabinets. And then I found this frame here at the yard sales, at the age restricted yard sales. And I wanted to show you guys, look at how windy it is. It is so bad. The weather here is crazy. And I ended up doing the tea party indoors because it was windy and it was raining this day. And then it was supposed to be really hot on the day that I was going to do the tea party. I also picked up these dishes here, this whole tea set at the age restricted yard sales. And I only was buying 4 teacups for $4, and the lady ended up giving me the rest for free, which was really, really nice. I thought these were really pretty. And then I also have these melamine plates that we picked up at the auction, and I ended up using these plates instead of my china because I love the way these hydrangeas look. And then I have my little stands here, my little cake stands or tea stands. I can't remember what they're called right now. I'm drawing a blank here. And then I went to go pick up my fur baby. I took a break and we were outside just enjoying the weather since this is the following day. So the weather was nice this day, and I decided to go pick up my fur baby, take a break from all the planning, the tea party planning, and we were just enjoying the nice weather outside. Okay, back to work. So now I'm going to be going through all my stuff, and I'm going to be trying to clean up my table and set it up to see how I like it. So I'll do this, a couple days before and start just putting things out and setting them and seeing how I like the way they look. And this is a process. You're going to move things, and you're going to step back and take a look and see how you like it. And, I did that a few times, but I finally got the table to how I wanted it to look. But I try to do everything ahead of time. That way I could take my time and I don't get so stressed out with this tea party. And this is only for the six of us. My sister did not end up going. There's my son being silly. But my sister did not end up coming over, and it was just the six of us, but it was still very nice, and I wanted to make it special for them. My son is such a goof. I know. I really, really enjoy making these little tea parties for my family, and I decided that this is going to be a tradition as well, so I will be making one for every single season. So once I'm done pouring the honey, we're going to go to a field trip to Home Depot. We're going to go buy some spray paint. I need pink spray paint because my husband is going to work on my croquet set. He's going to paint them like flamingos. He's going to make them look like flamingos, and I'll share that with you guys later in the video. But we're getting the spray paint today so he can work on them tomorrow. And now that I'm home, I'm going to work on my flowers for my Painting the Roses red topiaries. And I'm just using red paint with the flowers from Dollar Tree and the paintbrushes from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to paint them. And then once they dry, I'm going to put them on the topiaries. Same thing with the paintbrushes. Once they dry, I'm going to put them into the topiaries. Now I'm going to work on my ice cubes or my ice spheres, and I'm just slicing some oranges here, and I'm going to put some raspberries. And then I went to my backyard in my garden and I got some fresh mint and some fresh thyme that I'm going to be putting into these spheres. I also have some fresh carnation flowers from my garden. They're organic as well, and yes, they are edible. Now I'm going to be using some distilled water. I like distilled water because I feel it doesn't get as cloudy as the regular water or filtered water. And when you fill your water in your sphere or any ice cube, you don't want to fill it all the way at the top because it will expand in the freezer. And into the freezer they go. You can also use frozen fruits as well if you don't have fresh fruit. And then I wash all my berries in distilled vinegar. Just put them in water with vinegar, leave them in there for 5 minutes, and then rinse them out. So here is the croquet set that my husband's going to work on. He's going to use this paint, and then you see the colors on the sticks. He's going to tape those up, and because we want to leave those colors on there, and then he's just going to spray paint the croquet sticks. And look at what my hubby surprised me with. He bought me this cute little Alice in Wonderland figurine. I thought it was so precious. Oh my God, it was such a nice surprise. So I'm going to be using this in my display. But then I remembered that I also have some Alice in Wonderland figurines in my curio cabinet. So I'm going to go grab them. And as you can see them, they're right in there. I'm going to grab them, and I'm also going to use these in my display. Aren't they cute? So here I'm showing you my husband is drawing out the faces to the flamingos, and he's freehanding this. I think he's doing an amazing job. Then once he freehands these, then he's going to go in and paint them. And this is almost midnight, you guys. We stayed up. This is like, I think the day before the tea party. And he stayed up late doing these croquet sets, and I stayed up late as well making the carrot cake for my daughter. That's the time, 11:53 at night, and we were still up getting things ready for the tea party the following day. But it was so worth it, and it was so much fun. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the food that I made for the tea party, and I'm just going to time lapse it so you guys can see. So here are the ice spheres. And I know you can't really see them because they're in the Ziploc bag, but this is what they look like. And now I have to make some more. And these are the ingredients for the carrot cake. So I need to correct myself. I started making the carrot cake early evening. As you can see, there was still some light out, but I needed to wait for it to cool down completely before I did the icing. I don't show you how I did the icing on here, but that's why I was up late doing the cake, because I had to wait for it to cool completely before I can ice it. And I did a cream cheese frosting. And again, I forgot to film that for you guys. Thank goodness for food processors. I don't have to do the carrots anymore by hand. But I wanted to do the cake the day before. That way, if I messed up, I can run and go buy the ingredients to make a new cake. But this is all I'm doing. I'm just putting my cake together, and I'm going to let that cool completely before I decorate it. And let me tell you, this cake came out delicious. Now I'm working on the Madeleine batter right here. And I already took out the cakes you saw. I was letting those cool. But this is the Madeleine batter that I'm making, and that needs to be in the fridge for 24 hours or overnight. Once I'm done with this batter, I'm going to work on my chicken salad. And I just cooked some chicken. I have some tarragon, celery, thyme, and chives. Then my husband had to finish the flamingos the following morning, and he was just finishing up the final touches. And this is what they look like when they're done. Aren't they adorable? I think my husband did an amazing job. The one thing was, it was too hot outside and we did not end up playing croquet. So I feel so bad for my hubby. But here is my garden. Look at the fresh herbs. I just grabbed some chives from our garden for my chicken salad, and some thyme and some tarragon. This is the tarragon. So now let me show you guys our tea setup. I forgot to share these hats with you guys. I made these really quickly, something really quick. These are the Dollar Tree hats. And then I also came up with this guy here. And I didn't do tutorial because I just came up with them at the last minute. But this is our setup here, and I love the way it came out. My daughter loves the way that it came out. My family really loved it. And really, that's all that matters, as long as they loved it. And here's my cake that I made. And I'm not a professional, so it didn't come out perfect, but my daughter loved it. She loved it. And it was delicious, the carrot cake. And then here is our table setup. Here are the sandwiches that I made. I made a strawberry, what was it? Strawberry glazed, like, canapes. And there are my madeleines. They did not come out great. I mean, they tasted delicious, but I was rushing and they didn't hold their shape. I overfilled them. But look at this here, friends. My daughter made this balloon arch. She did this photo area, and I think it looks amazing. She is so good at doing these things. But oh my God, it looks so good. And then my hubby, he's doing the final touches here. And then here is the food. My son made these fried deviled eggs. They were so delicious. We had some fruit cups. I made the pesto pasta salad. And then we also had the carrot cake. Then we also had the mushroom canapes as well, that you'll see right here. There they are, the mushroom canapes. And then on the table we have, my son's being silly. At the table we also have all the other tea sandwiches. And then here is my topiaries. And I just used what I had, friends. I didn't go out and buy topiaries. I had these outside. And then look at my sunflower. She was a little flower from the Alice in Wonderland. And then there's my Dodger. Yes, he's still here. He's holding on, but he's still here. And then here is the setup with the food on there. We have the macarons and the madeleines. And then, like I was saying earlier, we have the strawberry, um, what are they, balsamic glazed strawberry canapes right there. And then the cucumber sandwiches and the chicken salad sandwiches as well. And those strawberry bruschettas have mascarpone. Look at how beautiful this is. My daughter outdid herself with this. I love the way this balloon arch came out. So beautiful. This was so much fun to do, and I really enjoyed it. So we're thinking that for the fall, we're going to do a Wizard of Oz theme. And here we are, finally enjoying the fruits of our labor. And I can honestly say I did not do this all on my own. I had my boys, my husband, and my daughter, and my son-in-law. They all pitched in and helped, and I greatly appreciate them so very much. This was so much fun. I'm glad that I had my whole immediate family here with me, and this was a great time. Not only were we celebrating Easter, but we were also celebrating my daughter's birthday and this tea party, and it was just so much fun. And there's nothing like being with family, spending your time with your family. So hopefully for the fall, we'll do our Wizard of Oz theme. And also, maybe for summer, we'll do something as well. And there's Dodger. He's getting ready to go to the pool. He's got his little shark vest on. He has it on in case he has a slip and fall into the pool. He doesn't like to go into the pool, but that's just for precaution. And then, since it was hot and we didn't play croquet, we just went outside, and there's that ice sphere that we made, and everybody's enjoying the pool. It was a hot day. And now we're going to get ready to sing my daughter's unbirthday song, and we didn't have a candle, so my boys were using the lighters, but she didn't care. She had a good time. And it was so much fun. So now we're ending the evening. We're making a carne asada as well, and so that's how we're going to end it, with carne asada and a glass of wine. After we're done eating, we're just going to sit outside because now the weather feels nice. It's not hot anymore. It just feels perfect. And this is how we're ending our evening. I want to thank you for watching, friends, and I hope you guys make your own little tea parties and get inspired. Thank you for watching, friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.